Hag Sameach, my name is Sarah Chowan and welcome to my Zesty kitchen. It's Shavuot, so let's eat dairy products. I'm going to take you through some delicious recipes. Three. One is a recipe for making your own ricotta. One recipe is for the classic New York cheesecake inspired by my mother's recipe, and she used this to woo my father, and I used it to woo my husband as well. And it is a foolproof recipe, very easy. And the other recipe is a ricotta and fig and almond cheesecake, and the base is gluten-free, and you could use this base for the classic New York cheesecake as well. Ricotta, just quickly, translates from the Italian, means twice cooked. It's actually made from the byproduct of when mozzarella is cooked and the whey is left behind. Ricotta is then cooked again, and it's a process where it separates the curds from the whey, and from the curds comes your ricotta. So we're going to make that, and with the byproduct left over, the whey that's left behind, you can use that and put into your challah, your babka, your baking, your muffins, your scones. So don't waste it. I highly recommend a water bath for your cheesecakes. This will prevent cracking of the cheesecake on the top, especially if you have an unreliable oven like mine in the back, which is quite old. So the science behind it is, if the cake tin is sitting in a bath of water inside a baking dish, it will get to boiling point, 100 degrees, and turn into steam. And that steam will rise in your oven and then create a vapor in your oven and create moisture. And that moisture will then cool down when it hits that cheesecake, because the cheesecake is cooler than the oven, and create a layer of moisture. The recipes will also be cooked in my Thermomix, but I'm going to provide you also with direction on how to cook it in a traditional way as well. All my recipes will be supplied, and if you want to see more of what I've been doing, check out my Facebook page and my Zesty Kitchen, and to see what other recipes I've been cooking in my kitchen. Thanks. Classic New York cheesecake. This is so simple to make. First of all, we're going to melt the butter, and then we're going to add crushed biscuit crumbs. I'm going to crush them in my Thermomix, but you can do this in a food processor. You can also put them in a plastic bag and put your rolling pin on top of them and crush them that way. Add them, put them into your cake tin and press firmly down and make a smooth surface. Next thing I'm doing is milling my sugar with my lemon rind. You don't have to do this. You can add your finely chopped lemon rind with the cream cheese mixture at the next stage. The next step is add your whole eggs with the sugar, and we're going to beat that until pale, thick and creamy. You can also do this with a handheld electric beater or in your kitchen standard mixer. Now we're going to add the rest of the ingredients: your cream cheese, your cream, your lemon juice, and your corn flour. So it's easy, that's it. I've actually used a mixture of low-fat cream cheese and full-fat cream cheese, 50% fat, full fat, and 50% low fat. I'm just going to mix that, and I'm going to mix it again. As you can see, it's lovely and creamy. So the next thing is we're going to pour that into our cake tin. As you can see, I have covered my cake tin in foil, double insulated that, and that's going to go into the water bath. You can see me pouring the water in. The water's probably going to go up the sides of the cheesecake tin by about 1.5 inches. And that's going to ensure that the cheesecake is not going to crack on the top. Hag Sameach, enjoy. Fig and ricotta cheesecake. This has quite a few steps to it. So first you make your fig jam or compote, and it's basically just dried figs chopped up. Then you can add your water, your sugar, your lemon juice. If you're cooking this on the stove top, I'll bring it to a boil and then keep stirring it constantly for like another 10 minutes on a low simmer. There we go, that looks really yummy. So we're going to put that to the side and on to the next step. So we're going to make the base, which is roasted almonds, butter and brown sugar all chopped up. You can do this in a food processor if you like. I've just done it in the Thermomix, so it's quick and easy. The next step is we are going to mill lemon rind with the sugar. And you can do this in a food processor too. Why not get the lemon rind so fine? You might want to chop the lemon rind first of all. Next step is egg whites. We're going to whip that with the lemon sugar. You can easily also do this with an electric handheld mixer. Be quite easy to whip your egg whites with sugar. That's the traditional way. This just does it for me, and I don't have to hold any devices, and I can walk around the kitchen, as you can see me running around getting the rest of my ingredients for the next step, which is quite helpful. So the next step is, oh look, they are all whipped and lovely. I'm just going to put that in a different container, and then I'm going to cream the butter with the rest of that lovely lemon sugar that we've created, and that's going to cream. There we go, that's creamed. Then we're going to add the egg yolks and the homemade ricotta that we made. That's all going to mix and blend. There it is. And the next step is we're going to add the flour and baking powder. And we're going to mix that in as well, just on a low speed. And that looks really lovely and creamy. I'm just going to give that one more mix so it's all mixed in, as you can see, and I'm going to add that and fold that mixture cake batter into the egg whites, as you can see there. Just slowly fold it in so you've got that lovely aerated egg whites. Now we're going to assemble it. So I'm going to put half the batter, the ricotta cake mix, on the base. Then I'm going to dot that lovely thick fig compote all over that base, which you'll see in a minute. There we go, it's lovely and covered, a lovely creamy colour. And there's the fig jam. It's going to go all over it. There's quite a lot there, but it will cover the whole base. And then the rest of the cake mixture on top. And you can also see I have put the aluminium foil around my cake tin as well, because this cheesecake is going to go in a water bath, because I do not want any cracking. And as I've told you before, and as you'll see in my notes, the benefits of the water bath are excellent. It's a great way to stop your cheesecake drying out.